on my mind. Associated with hope and you were sure I couldn't agree that we were meant to be. But our love is what they talk about, what they talk about in movies. Our love is what they talk about, what they talk about. Yeah, we were wild and free, and you know everything about me. So wild and free, and you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about. Save me from myself. I really need your help. I'm going under. Save me from myself. All I really ever wonder is if I'm really going under. Yeah, we were wild and free, and you know everything about me. So wild and free, and you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you?
Good evening, everybody. How are you doing this fine Thursday night at 8 o'clock? It can only mean one thing, and I believe I heard someone coughing a minute ago. I think that cough may have been Davey. Davey, how are you?
Evening, I am fantastic. How are
Yeah.
you? How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, mate. I'm not too bad. I know Steve-O's been kind of holding the castle, doing all the streams. I know he did like a massive 3-hour stream. What day was it? Yesterday? I think it was yesterday, wasn't it? My days are just blurring into one. Hello, everybody in chat. How you doing? Yeah, graphics. Got new graphics here. What do you guys think of it? Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Really glad to see all you guys here. I hope you enjoyed the new intro. Well, it's not really a new intro. It's just a one-off intro. I'm not going to make it the same every single time. But let me just close that down so I can actually talk to you guys and see what you guys are saying. Aguero hat-trick incoming, apparently, says Yassine Klaus in chat. Davey, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm very good. Looking forward to the game week 26.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. Get into beat Buna, hopefully.
Yeah, so tell me, there's a bit of a rivalry building up between yourself and Buna. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it's been going on all season.
I think. Well, I think it's starting to catch fire a little bit, isn't it? I mean, let's be honest. The rivalry between me and Steve has started to simmer out now. He's got no chance of catching me. But obviously, between you, it's starting to really hot up.
Yeah, I mean, if you're bringing players like Shane Long into your team, you're making some desperate moves.
Anyway, let me just quickly see what the guys in chat are saying. The Phil Boone is in chat. Actually, here we go. Didn't take me long to mention my name. Imagine my shock, he says in chat. Hey, thanks for the kind comments as well for the wedding. That was great. I tell you, I did it in literally. Well, I say I did it. It wasn't just me, of course, but. Davey, I don't know why I'm getting a bit of feedback on your. Can you just turn your speakers down or your headphone down a little bit? I'm getting a bit of feedback, buddy. So I decided. Well, I didn't just. Well, I kind of did decide, like mid-December, that it's probably time. It's been 5 years, probably, or maybe 6 years. I think it was coming up to 6 years since I actually proposed to my wife, and just basically thought, well, it's Christmas, let's get married. So I decided it, I think, on the 16th of December, 17th of December, and we got married on the 30th of January. So we did it all in that period of time. It was crazy. And if anyone is looking to try and organize a wedding anytime soon, just give yourself more than a month. That's my advice. It's hectic. It's stressful. But yeah, thank you very much for all the well wishes. As you know, I'm back now. I'm back. This is a test of the new graphics to see how they perform. We're gonna have hopefully some new animations if and when people subscribe to the channel. That's not active yet. Good evening, Dilligaff. Good evening, Zimmy. Good evening, Tobias. Good evening, Dread FPL. Yassine, I've spoken to you already. Samir Khan's there. Rest in Pilgrims there too. Jason J. Uncle Juicy TV. Moody's in chat. Hello, Sultan Saeed. Razera, how you doing, buddy? Bilal Qureshi's in chat. JC, Daily Llama, One Rovers Vlogs. We'll get to talk about the Premier League. We'll talk about the Champions League as well. The Elite FPL Champions League. I thought it would start to kind of, start to see a bit of movement in the tables, but certainly in Group F, my group, you just don't know who's going to go through. It's 4 teams, I think, on 9 points. It's insane. Thank you, Tahir. Hello, Resi Desi. Hello, Ace Adventurer, Frode Halvorsen. Welcome back. Thank you. Are you guys all looking forward to game week 26? You're all ready to get super scores after... Did you perhaps triple captain Mane? Or even just captain Mane last game week and looking to catch back those points? Who's your favourite captain pick this game week? Is it going to be playing safe with the likes of Salah? Is it going to be going in for a Man City asset and the likes of Aguero? Or even maybe Kevin De Bruyne? Mahrez captain, the Don says in chat. Hello, FPL Tips. Am I taking callers? Yes, I am, buddy. Yeah, if you feel like coming on, get in the waiting room. Anish, hello, big up to everyone in tuning in. You're all legends. Thank you, Anish. Hello, Simon. How you doing, mate? You okay? Simon there was in the video intro. So Davey,
Was he the guy that said Uber in the video?
yeah, Uber, as in the taxi, right?
Yeah, the Uber driver.
Yeah. Uber,
Get him in.
and I did. And guess what? He didn't do nothing. In fact, let's just recap exactly what happened in game week 25 for me. I got 64 points, but I did do a -8. Part of that move was Aubameyang and Jimenez in, and that kind of failed me. But let's talk about the players that did do well. Salah getting a 32, obviously 16 doubled there to 32. Grealish didn't do nothing either. I'm hoping that these players will return for me this game week. Obviously, this game week, the spread out game week, you kind of get the rolling pin out and start to spread these game weeks. Do you think it's a bit ridiculous? I know Steve was talking about it, but do you think it's good or bad that we're going over 2 weekends, Davey?
I think there's positives and negatives. I mean, would you rather have a flat 2-week break with no FPL and no football, or would you rather have what we're having right now?
Yeah,
You're going to have a bit of a problem with the captaincy and injuries before the second weekend.
Yeah, true. I mean, I think a lot of people are just wanting shorter game weeks, obviously, because they want to, But I think people are impatient, Davey. You know that. I mean, we're living in the day and age of same day Amazon delivery. People don't want to wait to find out their scores. So I think the majority of people would be wanting it to be over a single weekend. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it would have. I mean, we've not really got a proper international break. Winter break. It's not really a winter break. But at least all the games on Sky Sports and BT, says Ace Adventurer. I mean, I really enjoyed the Boxing Day and the December Amazon Prime games. I really, really did. It was a breath of fresh air for me, and for a lot of people that don't have Sky and BT. I think watch this space, guys. Amazon Prime, they're taking over the world. Amazon, I tell you now, Jeff Bezos. All the Liverpool players have gone to Dubai, and there's just Robertson that's gone to Scotland. Well,
don't knock Scotland.
Well, I think rain or sandstorms. That's essentially the choice you make. Personally, I'd rather be in a rain. That's my choice. New season starting a week earlier next year on August the 8th. And what are you guys thinking about the end of August transfer deadline as well? Going back to the old format, I think for the drama and for the headaches and for the FPL, it's going to put the cat amongst the pigeons, I think, with a lot of the FPL managers. It's Salt and Pepe in the chat, because can you mute your mic on Discord? Says FPL Tips, apparently. Oh, right, you're in the waiting room, you. That's the hair shade talking, Jace. What? What are you on about, Daily Llama? What are you talking about? Apparently your mic is playing back the stream, says Anish. Oh, right, so, okay, Anish's mic is playing back the stream. So Anish, if just mute yourself, please, in the waiting room. That'd be great. So yeah, let's talk about the upcoming game week. Let's quickly go through the fixtures in a moment. It's quite like I said, a long spread out run of fixtures. Davey, I see who we got in Discord. We've got a few people in Discord. We've got FPL Tips there as well. What I'll do is I'll just bring FPL Tips on. Good evening, FPL Tips. How you doing? You got your mic muted. Hopefully you'll unmute yourself. Yeah, FPL Tips, are you there? FPL Tips, one more time. You got yourself muted in Discord, dude. I think he's there. I think he's there, guys. Hello. Hello, you're live. You're live on the stream. Yes. How you doing, mate? You alright?
Not bad, thank you. Sorry, it didn't let me mute my mic when I was on live. I had to go back into the waiting room to unmute myself. But anyway, I'm here now. How are we doing?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Just getting back into the swing of things. I thought, God, FPL, it's been so long. To get myself back onto the stream. And oh my God, FPL, you didn't need to give me $1.99. Grats again on the way. And thank you, mate. Thank you. I was drinking lots of Old J. I think it's called Old J. rum and Coke. That was my drink of choice on my wedding. It's actually really
when
good.
was it? Sorry.
That's a week ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Thank you, FPL Booner, for that. I haven't got the animations loaded up yet, so it's not come on the screen, but it should update on the front page there. How are you doing, FPL Tips? You all right?
Yeah, not bad, thank you. Looking forward to the game week starting.
Yeah.
Looking forward to having some football back. Yeah.
Where are you in the overall rankings?
About 500k.
Oh yeah. And
I was 200k game week, end of game week 22. Then game week 23 and game week 24, I scored a combined total of 64 points in 2 game weeks combined, with a triple captain on Mane, which left me at 600k. So I'm climbing my way back up slowly but surely.
Because I know you've been doing a lot of work recently with the Wildcats as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I was on there a couple of weeks ago, and then on Nim's video as well. So yeah, spent too long doing that when I should have been doing my own team.
Did you perhaps captain Sane last year, triple captain Sane last year as well?
Thankfully I didn't.
Oh.
And this is the first time I've been burnt with the triple captain. Actually.
I haven't yet. I haven't yet been burnt with it, but I can only
I'm in the
imagine.
same boat as you, Jason. Never been burnt.
I've never been burnt with a triple captain. I've always got at least a goal or an assist minimum with a triple captain, but it's going to happen, and mate, it's one of those, isn't it? But it's plenty still to play for. I mean, the rankings are still really jammed up, because normally this time in the season you start to see people spreading out, but there's only what you're looking at 50 points between you and the top 250,000.
Yeah.
So
exactly. Yeah, there's definitely room for it this season, luckily.
Yeah, I will be taking callers, Sammy, and not a problem. We're going to quickly go through the fixtures. And FPL Tips while you're here, and Davey as well. If you don't mind, we'll just give our thoughts on how we think the matches are going to go, if that's all right with you, and then we'll talk about your team, Tips and Davey, and then we'll look at mine, and then we'll get a couple of callers on afterwards. But if you all right, guys, okay with that?
Yeah, let's get crack-a-lacking.
I'll have to go at 9 o'clock to watch Love Island, but I'm fine to.
Oh my god, not another Love Island. God. What is it with that show? Like my best mate is obsessed with it, and I'm just like, he linked me on a certain social media forum. He linked me a clip of Love Island, and it was a black dude, and he was saying something to a blonde chick. He was like, you like a blonde girl, like. And I was just thinking, what is this? Like literally, he couldn't say anything. It was like every other word was like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does that mean anything to you?
I know who it would have been. I don't remember the exact clip, but I know who it would have been between. Yeah.
No idea. Absolutely no idea. I'm thinking people actually sit down and dedicate an hour of their life to watching that show. Fair play. If you want, So anyway, moving on from that, Everton versus Palace. Now, obviously, I think... I've got my opinions on this game. Obviously, Palace, they're not really exactly in good form at the moment. They're away. Everton, I've got Calvert-Lewin in. Do I think that he'll score? I've got a feeling he might. Maybe Richarlison as well. I'll start with you, FPL Tips. Everton Palace, are you thinking there could be goals in this game?
So I think there will be goals from one side, from Everton, and I currently own Gaeta.
Oh,
no
okay.
idea. No idea why I still have him in my team. I just had so many other things to do and transfer. Sort of going to stay there. I don't expect a clean sheet from him. I had a nice own goal from him last weekend. But yeah, I think Everton will probably take the points here. 2-0 maybe.
2-0. You're saying 2-0. Davey, your thoughts on this fixture?
So, Palace aren't really scoring many goals, and they've got a few injuries, but they're not conceding tons either. Whereas Everton are scoring goals and conceding goals. So I reckon this will be a score draw. I think 1-1, 2-2.
I don't see Palace scoring, mate. I really don't. I think Everton I think they're going to keep a clean sheet. I think Palace sorry, any Palace fans that are watching, pretty useless at the moment. And I think Everton will get 1 or 2. People in chat saying 1-0 Everton, 2-0 Everton. Bilal saying 2-1. I mean, it's a stretch saying 2-1. I think it's going to be 2-0 to Everton in this fixture. I think that hopefully, touch wood, my Calvert-Lewin pick will come through in this game because I want to get, obviously, a return from him after getting him in. So 2-0. And Davey?
I said 1-1 score.
You said 1-1?
Yep.
Cool. I'll write it down. What's it? 1-1. And we go on to the Brighton-Watford game at the evening, obviously on Saturday. Only 2 games on. Bit weird, isn't it, for a Saturday? 2 fixtures. 5:30, Brighton versus Watford. It's not exactly the most exciting day of the FPL week, but what's your thoughts there, FPL tips?
I don't know. I find this really hard to call this one. I think it will be quite close. Both teams have struggled recently. I'd go 2-1, and then I'd favour, I think, Watford, probably 2-1 Watford. Brighton haven't looked good recently.
2-1 to Watford. Yeah, I could see that. Ryan conceding again. Who do you think the most likely is of point scorers for Watford then? Deulofeu?
Deeney. Yeah, I don't think Sarr's fit yet, is he? If Sarr's fit, then I'd pick him. But yeah, probably Deeney. Then he just seems to be involved a lot.
Yeah, he's getting back in form. What's your thoughts there, Davey?
Just pretty much echoing what Tip said. It's a really hard game to call, and I think Watford attacking form recently is very good. Like Deulofeu and Deeney have been right up there in terms of some of the best value forwards in the last few weeks. And I do think Brighton will get relegated. They've just been so poor. So I reckon 2-0.
Interesting. I'm just checking my CPU usage because my CPU is getting mental at the moment. I'll just find out what it is. Probably these new graphics on OBS, but it's fun and games. So you're saying 2-0 Watford?
Yeah, 2-0.
2-0 to Watford on that one. Okay. Apologies on that. Let's get that off. Okay, I'm gonna go with I think 2-0 Watford is the popular pick there. I'm going to go with Dre Zero saying 3-0 to Watford. Hello, FPL Tips in chat. We got One Rovers Vlogs. How you doing, buddy? And Brighton are terrible. I agree, the Don. Jason, do I keep Deeney for one more week or do I do Deeney to Ings? I think Deeney will do something against Brighton. I really do. A lot of people are agreeing as well. 2s and 3-0s in chat. I would. What do you guys think? Is that just a straight swap, free transfer? I think is that really a necessary move, guys? Deeney to Ings.
Yeah, I think Ings is so essential at the moment with their fixtures.
I disagree with that. I don't think anyone's essential. Ings has a very good chance of doing well, but.
So that's true. I don't think it's probably a hit, especially this game week. But going forward, I think you'd probably want Ings. Maybe not essential. Yeah, fair enough. But
yeah, I think over the course of the next few fixtures, that Ings will outscore Deeney.
Fair play. Ings as well. People in chat, Paulie saying Ings, in my opinion. Ings for sure, says Jason J. Ings maybe also on penalties. Daily Llama. Okay. Well, the chat and FPL Tips is kind of verging on the side of Ings. I think it's one of those transfers that if you really don't have anything else to do in your team, then yes, Ings has got some great fixtures coming up, and he will be one player that you really would like to get in your team ahead of those fixtures. A lot of people as well bringing them in. So yeah. I mean, if that's something which you can do without having to worry about anywhere else in your team, yeah, go for it. It's wouldn't be my first initial thought, but let's go to the Sunday, the games, guys. It's Sheffield United versus Bournemouth. Lundstram, obviously, in a lot of people's teams. Doesn't look like he's going to be starting. What's your thoughts in that game at Sheffield United at home to Bournemouth?
I'd probably back Sheffield United in this game, so 2-0. 1-0 maybe. Yeah, 1-0.
1-0 to Sheffield United.
Yeah. Low scoring, but I don't see Bournemouth getting on the score sheet.
Fleck and Baldock getting some points again, possibly there then. 1-0. What's your thoughts on that one, Paulie? Sheffield United versus Bournemouth. Sorry, Davey. I don't know why I called you. I was reading. I read. Yeah, Davey. What's your thoughts on that one? I read out Paulie, and sorry.
Yeah, I'd probably say that's going to be a clean sheet for Sheffield United. So I'd go 2-0. Actually, no, I'd go 1-0 because Sheffield United aren't scoring goals.
Another 1-0 to Sheffield United. Well, I can tell you the guys in chat are saying similar sort of things. Gravy Dave says 1-0. Yassine 1-0. JC says 2-0 along with Tobias. 0-0 says Michael Sfledin. We've got Plavak Daz saying 1-1. 2-1 to the Cherries, says Frode in chat. Can I see Bournemouth really breaking down Sheffield United?
It would be the most Callum Wilson thing if now he breaks all our Sheffield United clean sheets.
You know what? I think. God, you stuff it. I'm gonna go with that. I think that Bournemouth have got to turn their fortune around. They've got to win this game. 2-1 to Bournemouth. I'm going. Oh, it's not a popular prediction. FPL Buna's apparently said that as well.
Intrude, but I've got a feeling Bournemouth are going to destroy the Sheffield United party.
Where have you got this? Where have you got this feeling from, Buna?
Oh, just from my heart, mate. Honestly, I've got this gut feeling.
From the heart.
I've got Lundstram, you see, and I don't think he's going to play. So I think Bournemouth are going to do absolute bits. No, but on a serious note, last two games, albeit Bournemouth have been playing against Leicester, I think they've picked up a bit of momentum, and I think Wilson's due. So I've got a feeling they ain't going to lose. I think they'll score.
Okay. What do you guys think of that in chat? It's better to play in first rounds of fixtures and have 2 weeks off, or two. Is it better to play in the first round of fixtures and then have 2 weeks off, or 2 weeks holiday and then play? Honestly, Vince, I don't really think in the grand scheme of the season that this game week it matters. Plenty of players are rested, and let's be honest, these people are. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but these Premier League footballers, they're athletes. Okay, they are super fit. And they should be able to play 48 hours, 72 hours after a game without any issue. Like, would you agree with that? Like, people saying that they need like a week break or something. It's like I think it's a bit nonsense in my opinion. What's your thoughts on that, Boona?
I completely agree with you, mate. Like, would you get paid a stupid amount of money, like more than doctors and stuff, for like if you can't keep fit and play on a weekly basis?
I mean, they come off the field, they're straight in the dressing room, they get into their ice baths or get into massages and stuff like that. They've got pampered pretty much 24/7, and I really, honestly, don't even want to think about the benefits of having an extra week break. I mean, if anything, I think regularly, like the more closer the games are together, the more sharp a player is. But that's just my thoughts on it.
They ain't getting no sympathy from me on that. I think it's ridiculous.
No.
But that said, from an FPL perspective, I find this particular game week quite interesting. I like the fact that there's this split and kind of a bit of there's a bit of it's not clear whether our players are going to 100% be fit and all that because there's still a week to go. So it's going to be interesting to see if our benches come into action.
Yeah, well, I think it might do. I'm worried about us. Are you a Lundstram owner, Boona?
I am. I'm a Lundstram owner.
Are you worried?
Mane owner. I'm a Shane Long owner. I'm very happy though. But yes, I'm a Lance Tremona. And the comments from Wilder after the game were quite, promising. And I've got Lascelles on my bench. Okay, he's not the greatest fixture, but I don't mind giving him the 1 game week because he's the sort of player. If he does start, he could give an assist, keep a clean sheet, and return 11 points.
I just read some of the comments out from Simeon Batchelor. I know that Melissa's in chat as well. Melissa, my wife, is actually watching the stream. She knows nothing about FPL, so hello, Melissa. Simeon, I mean, your point is valid about players playing, being fatigued, preventing injury. I think that's valid. What my point is that certain circumstances through the season, players will play shorter game weeks, and proofs in the pudding that these players are the physios and the backroom staff are well prepared for that, and the players are fit enough to deal with it as long as it's not a regular occurrence. City players complained to Pep about rotating. Faraz, I mean, if that's true, I don't know if it is. I don't know if you guys know about that, but I mean that Man City squad. I mean, you're going to have rotation. He's got too many good players. Wildcard Melissa. Yeah, get Melissa to wildcard. She can wildcard for me. 6-0 to City. So people were talking about Man City predictions. Boone, you're here now. I'll let you go first. Man City, West Ham. Man City being talked up as being possibly one of the teams that you should be captaining a player from this game week. Your thoughts?
What, in terms of the fixture, or are you asking me for my score prediction?
The fixture, the score.
Okay. I think it's obviously one of the prime fixtures this game week. I can understand what if anyone is considering captaining Aguero this week. I'm absolutely petrified not owning. I do think City will win convincingly and go ahead quite early, 2-3-0. And City tend to kind of drop off when they do that and become a bit more relaxed. So I think West Ham will score a goal, a consolation. It's going to be 3-1 or 4-1 in my opinion. We're not talking 5-6 and.
Obviously, Steve-O bringing in Aguero the last game week, and obviously he blanked, obviously through no fault necessarily of his own. Obviously coming off for a defender, he was very unlucky not to score, and obviously didn't take the penalty. Do you think that this could be a game that the game week then that Aguero is going to possibly get a massive haul?
He could. He probably should. But we've seen it before with City, where they've beat teams 5 and 6s, and the likes of Sterling and Aguero, like me and Davey were discussing in Hangouts earlier, hasn't really been, the guy scoring most of the points. And with Sterling out as well now, it's going to be interesting to see what Pep does, because he could deploy Jesus on the left. He might put Mahrez over on the left and Bernardo on the right. We don't know. But if Jesus starts, he could steal the points. So we don't know. The points are likely to be shared, though. Tobias
in chat's mentioning KDB. Of course, long forgotten KDB, who can also pull out a points haul. Paulie in chat said, was that the shelf falling down? No, the shelf's still up. I'll show you the shelf. This is a shelf that I put up earlier today, guys. There you go. Can you see it up there? There we go. Zoom in on the shelf. This is important stuff, guys. There it is, up there, shelving. Oh, God, right. Back to the business, back to the FPL business. Can we get some love in the chat for Shane Long? What are you on about? No, it was my controller. My controller fell on the floor and it made a bit of a racket. But yeah, I think this game's got goals in it. FPL tips. Your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I sort of expect there to be goals in it. Probably. I don't know if I expect West Ham to score, to be honest. Maybe 4-0. Something that I think is worth saying with this whole split game week is I'd probably be inclined to put my vice captain on a Man City option, just because we know they play the first week and we know the chances then of them playing are quite high. Just so that if you are captain of Salah or Mane like I am, so I'm on Salah, it just you've got that thing to fall back on, that you're likely to get your Man City player starting.
I completely agree. Yeah. I'm tempted to captain Mane. Call me crazy. You just feel that's such a differential. No. But is he going to play?
I don't think it's crazy at all, because I think if he's fit, he'll start, and if he's not fit, Norwich away is not going to be the time to risk.
Yeah, nice differential as well. Most people are in the top end of the game. Those playing it seriously. They're going to be captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Your thoughts, Davey, on this one?
I do think Man City will win. West Ham are just horrible. Maybe 2-0, 3-0. But I do think that I keep got this funny feeling about Gabriel Jesus. And I was saying to Bruno earlier that it really wouldn't surprise me if Gabriel Jesus was the highest scoring player this game week. Especially when Aguero earlier.
Don't say that. Steve-O will hit the roof.
So
You sure it's not got anything to do with the fact that you don't want to take a -4 for Aguero and you'd rather go Jesus straight from Aubameyang?
No. Just it's more to do with every time Man City have like these massive hauls. Apart from the Aston Villa game, so when they played Watford early in the season, when they had that double header early in the season, when they had back-to-back home games against Sheffield United and Aston Villa again, like Aguero got 1 goal in those fixtures, and that's not really what you'd expect from a player like him.
Yeah, the thing is, as a non-owner of Aguero now, as someone that's watched a lot of Man City this season, the games that he does play, Aguero is just like no other like striker in the Premier League. He's clinical. His eye for goal is ridiculously good, and against West Ham, I'm so worried. I'm so worried that it's gonna propel Steve-O closer to me, and maybe even literally in breathing distance, especially after I got him out. But and you've already mentioned it. It is the uncertainty with the lineup, the starting lineup. Who plays where? Will Jesus play on the left? Will he play Mahrez on the left? Will he, Bernardo Silva on the right? It's the questions. It's a game of questions. But what you do know is Pep is going to want to come out really strong against West Ham. Got a point to prove. Liverpool just flying away into the distance. Chances of winning the Premier League. The reigning champions, no chance. So he's going to want to try and make a statement. Some would say they've got nothing to play for, but I would argue that they've got second place to play for. No, I'm going to go 4-0 Man City. What's your prediction, Tips?
Sorry, for what?
For this game, Man City West Ham?
Yeah, so I said 4-0.
You said 4-0 also. Who did I get a prediction from? I'm sure I missed out a prediction. Bruno, what did you say?
I'm going to go 3-1.
3-1. So you do you mentioned that West Ham might get a consolation.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Awesome. Moving on to the fixtures, or the fixture on the Friday, on 14th February. God, that seems so far away, doesn't it? Wolves versus Leicester. I think this will be a really good game. What's your thoughts on this one, guys?
I think this is going to be one of those really entertaining games that's end to end but has no substance. Wolves are very good at home, so I can't really see them conceding. And Leicester have had a bit of a dip recently. They're not quite clicking as a unit like they were earlier in the season. I think Wolves might sneak this one now, especially with Bolly being back.
And people are obviously holding on to Jamie Vardy. Got another assets, maybe Maddison. Anyone he got Soyuncu still? Anyone?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Nope. No, I can't try them out on my wild card.
Don't all raise your hands at once. Anyone chat going to be playing Soyuncu this game? I mean, yeah, I see the point. Wolves obviously. I'm getting feedback. 1 second. Who's that from? I don't know who that was. Wolves versus Leicester. I think that. I think it's going to be end to end, like you said, but I think there's going to be goals for both teams. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win to Wolves in this game. Boone, what's your thoughts as you're here?
I think it's going to be tight. I think Leicester have obviously been defensively frail recently, but and as a result of that, I feel like indeed he's probably not. And I think Wolves will sneak it. I'm going to go 2-1 Wolves.
Cool. Davey?
I think 1-0 Wolves.
1-0 to Wolves. So all wins for Wolves then. Okay, and the guys in chat, what are they saying? 2-2, Ace Ventura. We've got Soyuncu to score, said Fuad in chat. Come on. Traore to assist Jimenez for a goal. I'll take that, Godwin. Perez party, the ultimate troll, Perez there. 2-2, Traore and Vardy getting in on the points. Do you not find that a lot of people they do their score predictions based on what FPL players they own?
Yeah, absolutely. They do.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. It's like I was speaking to Davey. Sorry, Dave, I've got to say this, mate. Speaking to Davey over the past few days, and he was talking about Aguero and how good he's been and how he might bring him in, and now he's no longer considering him. Today he was mentioning how there's been games where City have won 5-6-0 and Aguero's not done anything. You kind of always back your thought process based on what you're thinking in regards to FPL.
To almost justify it, it's like no. It's Aguero's going to get, like, someone's mentioned it in chat, Vardy red card or something like that. It's like, obviously, I don't own him, so therefore he has to get minus points or he has to miss a penalty. It's like they're convincing themselves exactly, Simeon Batchelor. Sorry, FPL tips.
I actually, when I do score predictions, I predict against my fantasy team.
Yeah.
Because I expect my fantasy team every week to do badly, so I predict, I've got Liverpool defender, I reckon Norwich will score, things like that. I'm the opposite to most people.
It is funny. I mean, I've been accused of it, and to be fair, I have to hold my hands up. Sometimes I've made bold score predictions based on the players, the flavour of the week players that I've been bringing in the first half of the season. I did it quite a few times, and wow, it didn't serve me well. But how long have you been married to our mate Jason? Says Queen in chat. I love the fact that my wife is just randomly talking to our chat. Literally just, okay, fair enough. And obviously doesn't find the evening television any good. Then just thanks for being here, man.
Love Island's not on yet.
Love Island's not on yet. 23 minutes to go. God, if I walked in on her watching Love Island, I'd be so disappointed in her. Southampton versus Burnley. Did I get all your score predictions? I think I did, didn't I?
No, I don't think. Oh, yeah.
I think I did. Southampton versus Burnley. Well, so we've got some games on. Obviously, the Liverpool games this game, Saturday the 15th. We've got Southampton, Burnley, Norwich, Liverpool. People want to get Ings in against Burnley. Do you think this is going to be a walk in the park for Southampton? You think? I mean, I think Burnley are showing that they're not a team that to be underestimated. They've turned up the last few weeks. I don't know. I think this could be a bit of an upset for Ings owners here. People in chat aren't agreeing with me though. What's your thoughts?
Ings, I love Ings, and I've got him in my team now finally, and I'm so happy to have him. Southampton look really good, and Ings looks at the front of everything they do.
You've got Ings in your FPL team, so in that case, you'd be with a Burnley win then, yeah?
Yeah, I suppose, but no, I think it's quite hard to look past Southampton and Ings this weekend. Bruno, do you have Ings and Shane Long, or just Shane
Jason,
Long?
can you go to team screenshots if it's not too much trouble?
I can go to team screenshots. What am I looking at? Hang on, 2 secs. I think my computer needs to be dipped in some ice cold water. It's burning at the moment. Oh my life, Bruno, what have you done to your team? What have you done to your team, Bruno?
That's what's happened. Seriously, yeah.
You've gone long in Ings up front. Can we just can you just talk me through your decision to go?
Let's put this into context. My midfield more than compensates, right? But this is the dream team, and soon it will be the template. It'll be called Lings. Loving life. What do you think? I'm going for a 5-0, I think. Like
Lings, or the other player called Lings, I don't think that you're going to be getting too much luck out of. Well, I mean, of course. What do you know that I don't? People in chat will going with convincing wins for South. I'm sure I read 5-0 to Southampton a minute ago. Wasn't you? Was it? Yeah, it was. It was you, Boona.
I'll tell you what Boona knows. He knows how to get red arrows.
Boona, is this
who's ahead of you in the game day? Pipe down, lad. Pipe down.
Boona, is this the same FPL brain that convinced you to get Harry Kane in for 7 or 8 game
He's
weeks?
a waste of space. Okay, I'm gonna say it. It's blasphemy, but he's a waste of space. He's not the player he was a few years ago, and he's let me down. And as soon as he's back in and fit, he'll probably be back in my team. But anyway.
But it's all about Bergwijn now, isn't it?
Oh, mate, Bergwijn, he's absolute flames. Honestly, I tell you, I can't wait to buy. I can't buy him right now because my midfield is Son, Mane, KDB, and
Fair play. Fair play. Well, I mean, best of luck to you, dude.
After the West Ham game.
Yeah, that's it. That's my plan anyway.
Okay, let me just see if I
Not
can get
ideal
the...
So that should be alright.
2 seconds, guys. Let me get the scores back up again. I know that the stream, you might hear some chopping. It's because I've got these new graphics up and I haven't optimized them yet, so there may be some chopping in the stream. But let's go back onto the game. Southampton Burnley. I'm going to go with a shock defeat. Southampton. Sorry, Boona. I'm going to go with a 1-2-1.
That would sum up. I've just bought
1-0 win to Burnley. Gonna go with a 1-0 win to Burnley. FPL tips, your thoughts on that? Do you think I'm mad? Everyone else thinks so.
Stevens and I've got Ings as well, so that would sound about right.
Well,
would be my prediction.
I mean, imagine Vince Chapman in chat says, imagine having a front three of King, Long, Wood. I hope that's not your front three, Vince. Godwin in chat's got a punt on Bergwijn and Redmond this game week.
Yeah, Redmond's a good shout.
I
was
like
thinking of
Redmond
bringing
a
in
lot,
Redmond.
yeah.
Interesting. Why isn't there any Ings merch? Well, I'll tell you, I think that if he does something this week, then we might do a cutout of Ings for Boona.
Oh yeah, mate. If Long gets so much as an assist this weekend, I'm having a.
Do we know if he's going to be fit? Because he was looking a bit worse for wear in the cup last night.
What? I think he'll fit. I think he'll be fit. I'm sorry, I was reading the messages in chat. Sorry, it's distracting me. Do you think he'll be fit, Boona?
Are you asking me, Jason?
Ings.
No, not Long.
Long?
Yeah, didn't Long pick up a knock last night? Or am I being
he was tackled quite rash yesterday, and
at the end?
I don't know. I don't know anything about.
he went to the sidelines, and then he went back onto the pitch, and then they subbed him off. It didn't look serious. I think they knew that I brought him into my FPL team, so they've wrapped him up in cotton wool now, so we're all good.
Sorry, I'm being distracted by the chat. Shane Long, no, I don't know anything about that. Was it a bad tackle then?
It weren't nothing serious. He looked fine, to be honest, mate.
Is that what? Okay, well, obviously Shane Long fanboy over there. Why didn't you captain him? Yeah, why didn't you captain him?
Because I'm not stupid. That's why. Give me 1 sec, Jason. I'll be back in a sec. All right, just quickly take this call.
Okay, no worries, dude. Norwich versus Liverpool. This game, a lot of people are looking at the likes of Salah, Mane coming back into that, hopefully, maybe even Firmino. What's your thoughts on this game? Do you think the majority of people will go safe and captain Salah, Davey?
Yeah, I think a lot of people will captain. I think, it's between Salah, KDB, and Aguero really for captaincy this week, I think.
1 second, guy.
He's off. We'll talk among ourselves. Who are you captaining this weekend?
Right now, I'm on Salah just for the safety aspect. I think captaincy should be used as a shield, not a sword. So that's my views. Don't know what you think, Tips. Captaincy.
Yeah, I'm on Salah as well at the moment.
Right. Anyway, let's dealt with that. Silly people on the internet. Where were we, guys? What were we talking about?
I was just talking about captaincy and the views on captaincy, Jason.
Yeah, I'll probably be playing it safe and going with Salah. Myself, I think this game is going to be goals for Liverpool. I think 2 or 3 goals with Norwich. I can see Norwich getting something. Can you?
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll be 3-1. I can just see them getting like some kind of like sloppy, deflected goal or something mad like. So yeah, I'd go 3-1.
Yeah, I think 3-1's a good prediction. Tips?
2-0.
2-0. Well, when you see my transfer, I would be gutted if it ends up 3-1, but I just think that Norwich have possibly got a goal in them.
For a second there, Jay, back in.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Say again?
For a second there, I thought you'd brought Pookie back in.
Well, wait and see. But yeah, moving on, because I know that this is just a dragged out game week, so we'll get through the fixtures. Villa versus Tottenham and Arsenal Newcastle on the Sunday. Anyone got any Arsenal assets other than me here?
Yeah, I've got Aubameyang.
Okay, cool. Well, after that disappointing weekend, hopefully against Newcastle, you think he would be possibly up for getting a goal or two, even though he's not renowned for getting massive hauls. Is he an armband option this game week?
Absolutely not. Like Aubameyang's, his ceiling is very, very low. Like he's like Arsenal have only scored like 1 or 2 goals since Arteta came over per game, even like maybe less average than that. Like even at home, like they've just been so defensive. You've got Aubameyang playing so wide and tracking back as well. It's not the areas you want to have a premium striker in. You don't want him like basically left back, defending for most of the game.
Frustrating, isn't he, Aubameyang?
Yeah, and saying that, he'll end up bagging like a hat trick this coming game week, and all will be forgiven.
Yeah, he'll do it after this game week, after everyone's transferred him out. No, I'm happy to keep him for this game week. It's a lot of money just up front. You know, the opposite of Buna, essentially. Money tied up in the forward line as opposed to invested in the midfield. So you do really hope that you can get a goal or two against a Newcastle team that, you know, they're not. I don't think they're going to be a pushovers. I'm going to go with the score of 2-0 to Arsenal. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that's fair. That sounds good.
Yeah.
I'd go the same.
Villa vs Tottenham. Obviously, I don't want to skip that. Obviously, talked about Arsenal, but I personally own Son. I think Tottenham, they just seem to be on a bit of a run. There's a bit of positive vibes around Spurs at the moment, and as a Grealish owner too, I don't expect anything from Grealish. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to Tottenham away from home. What's your thoughts on that Tottenham Villa game, Davey, and FPL Tips?
I expect Spurs to pick up the points. Villa have looked not great recently, but if I predicted a score 2-1 Spurs, I do expect Villa to probably get on the score sheet. Spurs haven't looked good enough defensively, especially away from home.
People in chat saying Spurs love to concede. Sutton says 2-1 Spurs. Bergwijn has been, or Bergwijn, whatever you want to call him, has been mentioned again in chat. I don't think realistically he's someone that is on my radar to get in anytime soon. Obviously, I do own Son. What's your thoughts on Bergwijn? Is he a possibility?
Not for me.
No, not for me either.
It's the same.
He's a new player to the league, and I just feel like there's no there's no substance with him right now because there's nothing to base it on apart from his form in the Dutch league. And
It's the
sometimes
same
that's
as
not really
Igalo, isn't it?
transferable.
I mean, people talking about Igalo as well. It's like, realistically, if you do it, you're doing it as a punt, and it's a risk. It's a massive risk. I personally would just wait and see on those sort of players, really. So right. So moving quickly on, because I know you got to get back for Love Island FPL tips. Chelsea,
That's all right.
Chelsea, Man United on the Monday. Big game or a dull draw?
Has to be a Chelsea win, doesn't it?
That is that coming from a United fan?
No.
As a Chelsea fan, I'm not that confident. It's the type of game that I can just see United turning up. They can be poor for 3 weeks, and then when they play us or play a big team, they just pull it out the bag.
I think this game's got counter-attack written over it for Man United. I think they're going to sit deep, they're going to absorb the pressure, and they're going to go for the break. And that's when they're most dangerous. When they seem to set up like that, they can get goals. Obviously, ideally Rashford would be there to be on the receiving end. But Igalo, can he step up to the plate? I'd like to think he can do something. I mean, maybe it's a bit of too much of an ask.
Is he going to start? This is what I don't quite understand. Is he being bought to lead the line, or is he being bought as a backup?
I think that Martial is not best suited for that central striker role.
So you think he'll put Igalo up front and put Martial where Rashford should be?
Yeah, I do. I think. Well, that's how I would see it. But then this is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he might end up playing Igalo wide left or something. I don't know.
All we know is that it won't be Greenwood. It's the last thing he'll do.
Yeah. Who knows? He may. I'll be very disappointed if Igalo has been bought to just warm the bench up and come on in the 65th minute or something like that. I think that he'll be starting. I think Tobias in chat saying Martial being moved out wide would be a sensible change, because I think Martial is just not really consistent enough to be a central player. Could obviously, that's my observations, and I think that Ollie would be open to criticism if he doesn't start Igalo. I think against Chelsea, even though it's a big game to start a new signing, I think that we need it at the moment. I'm going to go with a low scoring game. I'm going to go 1 goal in it. I think it's going to be. Is this a United fan in me saying this now? I'm going to go Chelsea 1-0. Yeah. Tips?
2-2-all.
2-2. Okay, so goals. A few goals in that game then.
Chelsea are not good enough defensively, but we have been creating a lot of chances recently.
FPL lads saying in chat that he thinks Igalo will be on the bench until he gets up to speed. He's not fit yet.
I wonder if he'll go with the 3-5-2 that he sometimes lines up with against the top sides, and then that would be James and Martial as the front two, with Bruno Fernandes in behind them. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think he needs the pace in that attacking line. So I mean, if Igalo doesn't start, then I would certainly be hoping that Greenwood gets a nod. Thank you, the Don, for the non-biased result, Jason. Yeah, I just think that I hope we can get a result, but I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea just edge a win on us. Davey?
So I can see both your points there. As a Chelsea fan as well, we have been creating loads and we have been conceding loads, but against the top 6, we tend to usually get a result more times than not. We've not lost that many times against top 6. I think we just lost against Man City, which was quite close. Liverpool again, which was quite close, and then that freak result at the start of the season against United. So I can see this being 2-0 Chelsea.
I'd love that, but I
just think we're out for revenge. Let's get some payback. Like,
yeah.
our team's stronger. We've got more quality across the pitch. United have loads of injuries. Like, they couldn't even score against Wolves at home. I just think 2-0 Chelsea.
What do you think Chelsea's chances are finishing top 4 at the end of the season?
I think we'll get it by default because every time we lose,
Yeah.
the top teams.
Everyone
I
else
think
loses. Yeah.
I think, if anything, our biggest threat at the moment is probably Wolves. But I don't see them sustaining it. I think by default more than anything else. Our fixtures don't look bad after the next couple. We could pick up, a total of 3. If we could win one of the next 2 against United and Spurs.
Well, if United get a result, it throws it right back open again, doesn't it? It really does.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Jason.
Yeah, no worries, Bruno. No worries, buddy. Freak result? Are you going to take that, Jason? A freak result? I mean, if we get a result against Chelsea, I think it would be a great result. It would be. I mean, our team are not firing to get. They're not performing. We got Fernandes in. Can he be the saving grace? Obviously, there's disappointment surrounding Pogba at the moment at the club. I just think that if we get anything out of this game, a draw, a win, it's great. It's a massive 3 points for United. If they get something out of this game, it's a massive 3 points. My heart wants United to do so. Of course it does. My brain suggests that Chelsea will edge it. I just hope it's not a 2 or 3 goal thrashing or something like that. I really do hope that we put a good performance in that game. If Jason predicts a Chelsea win, United might actually win, says Anish in chat. There we go, reverse psychology, everybody. Bruno, your thoughts? Do you think that Chelsea will win this game?
I think, no offence, Tips or Jason, I think both teams are terrible right now. I think it's going to be a boring game. I think it's going to be a 1-1. I can't see a winner.
I can't take any offence to that. I think no one's in a mad rush to get top 4, are they? Let's be honest with you.
No one.
So
I expect maybe Wolves. I do agree with Tips that Wolves are the biggest threat to that 4th spot.
The fixtures look quite nice as well coming up. I expect them to get a lot on, a nice run. So,
and they're not getting hammered, Wolves either.
No, 6 points behind us though. It will be close, I think.
Well, that pretty much sums up the game week. Are you looking forward to it? Let's a yes or no answer. Do you think this will be a high-scoring game week, or a game week that people can fly up the rankings? Looking at the fixtures,
just because of the spread of it. And a lot of people will captain players in that first game week, especially Man City players, and then if they blank, long wait.
Having to wait 2 weeks.
Oh God!
For the next game week.
It's going to be torture, isn't it? So, who your captain's going to be? Do you guys want to reveal your captains for this game week?
Yeah, I think my team's in team screenshots.
Let's have a look, and let's go with Davey P. Actually, quickly, FPL Tips. We'll quickly get your team up. Have you posted it in the FPL team screenshots channel?
I'm going right now to post it in the where are my team screenshots? There we go.
No, dude. Let's throw it up on the screen and see what it looks like.
It's on its way.
It's loading.
In the middle somewhere. There we go.
Just got a Shane Long and Ings.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, interesting. Confident?
Taking any hits there?
No, not this week. No.
I like it.
Thank you. It's been a rough couple of weeks, but it's not. How many? I was interested to know how many players do you guys have in this first weekend?
3 and 8 is my split.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 3 at the moment as well.
I got 4 in the first because I got Gaeta. Lovely stuff.
Yeah, but he can get the saves, Gaeta. He's done me well this season.
Or he could drop it in his own net again.
Or he can drop it in his own net. Yeah, it's a bit embarrassing that. Robertson. I'm looking at that team and I'm thinking, yeah, like this. I like that. I mean, I like the Fleck pick. That's a bit outside there. We've got Mahrez, of course. With that, I mean, with the Sterling injury, it's just kind of made you even more confident with Mahrez, isn't it? Really.
Honest question, Harry. Was Fleck a pick or was it just a budget kind of enabler?
It was a little bit of both. It was either between Fleck or Aaron Moy about 2-3 weeks ago, and it's safe to say I've made the wrong call because Fleck now blanks, which he wasn't meant to. But he's like he can get points, so I'm quite happy to play him. But next week and things, when Lascelles has a good fixture as well, then it might be slightly tougher call, but half and half a little bit.
Yeah.
I really like that team. I think that the Christmas tree formation may do you well. I mean, it's a double Liverpool defence. If Norwich do bag a goal, you'd be pretty disappointed in. But I mean, you got way chances of points from your midfield and your attacking line as well. I mean, Vardy, is he gonna do anything away at Wolves? That's a question. But Ings at home to Burnley could easily punish, couldn't he? I see goals in that team. I think your captain's going to always be Salah. You're not going to be switching that anytime before the deadline. So, yeah, I like it. Interesting vice captain on Alexander Arnold. Didn't you say that you were going to vice captain a Man City player, De Bruyne?
From last week. So yeah, it will probably be on De Bruyne. It might even go on Mahrez.
Yeah.
Just for a little bit of fun. I mean, I don't think it'll mean anything as I expect Salah to play, but. Yeah.
What makes you want to play Kelly over? Well, not play Kelly over Greenwood, but put Kelly over Greenwood on your bench. Do you think that Greenwood's just not going to feature, or no chances of getting anything in that game at all?
Again, it's one I haven't really focused on my bench too much yet. That's probably something I will fiddle around with. I'd probably end up putting Kelly further behind, but they'll both likely be 1-pointers, but I may as well have Greenwood ahead of him, to be fair. Probably something worth changing.
Greenwood don't even start, though. I don't know about that. I'd probably put Kelly first. I think there's more chance of a clean sheet from Kelly than Greenwood doing anything.
Yeah, I agree. I think Kelly first sub is...
Did Kelly miss out the last game, though, didn't he?
Yeah, Kelly's not... He doesn't get in the lineup anymore. It's the only issue.
I see. I just in the fluke of a Greenwood goal or an assist, I'd just be sticking him for a sub personally.
Yeah, Kelly missed that last game, and the game before he only played 60 minutes. Who's your third bench?
Lascelles.
Oh yeah, Lascelles has to be out. He's the only one that's going to get 90 minutes.
Yeah,
I'll put Lascelles in front, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that could get something against Arsenal. Arsenal may not show up.
Shocking team, Arsenal.
Yeah. I think Dan wouldn't disagree with you on that one. I think all of our teams have been pretty shocking this season, so we all can't stand on our high horses and talk down on each other. But I think the two Silvers will play for City. It says Francis in chat. Good chance of it. I can see coming in the live chat. What's up there? So Sultan Said. Interesting glitch maybe for you, Sultan Said. So yeah, thank you for sharing your team. I think that's really good. I don't know how you can improve on that. You spread the funds out really well. You've got a very, very, very strong midfield. Martial, though, question mark. Is it going to be a player that you're going to be looking to possibly move on?
Yes, but I think after this week, Mahrez will probably go for Jimenez. Martial's next couple, he's the type of player that I want to transfer him out every week, but then it's like I give him another game. So yeah, but he'll stay definitely for Chelsea, and then it's Watford, Everton. So he'll probably end up getting those three, and then he'll go maybe for Maddison when their fixtures turn as a differential. But I don't know. Haven't looked too much into his replacement yet.
Cool. Thanks, FPL Tips, for joining us this evening.
No problem.
And I hope to speak to you again soon. And
thanks for having me on.
Cheers, guys. Check him out on YouTube, guys. Take care.
Cheers.
Right, we know we've got a few people in the waiting room. I'm very mindful of that. If you're listening in, we'll get through this as quick as possible. We've got Charlie, Selton Pepe, and Samir K as well is in there. We've seen your front two. Let's get your whole team up here, Boona. When it loads up, I do apologise for any technical difficulties that you may experience on the stream. It's because I'm trying out a new overlay, and let's be honest with you, it's not that optimised at the moment. So, Boona, are you happy with your team? Yes or no?
Yeah, I absolutely love it. Apart from Lundstrom, who's a slight doubt, but if he plays, happy days.
Yeah, I think that you're in the same boat as me, really, in that one. Interesting, Martinelli. It's you can't really get him in, though, can you? That's the problem. Might have to be relying on Lascelles yourself.
Yeah, I might do. I might still play Martinelli over Long, but at the moment it's staying like that.
I like the look of Martinelli. He seems quite lively, and I think if he's a bit more clinical, he could get a few more goals. It's against Newcastle. It's one of those cliches, isn't it? It's like you're damned if you do, if you're damned if you don't. I don't like that. I don't like the double Southampton. I really don't. But like I said, what do you know that I don't? Steve-O says it as well. It's either going to be a massive smug grin on your face whilst you're ordering your mocha gappage, or it's going to be we don't hear from Boona for 3 days.
Mate, I never hide away whenever I have a bad game week. Come
on. Confident Mane's going to be...
I'm not Charlie bit my finger.
Oh, well, you can speak to him in a minute. We'll get him in. But you confident with Mane? Going straight in.
Yeah, I think he'll play. He's been taken up from a 25% to 75, and he's got another whole week's rest. I think he'll be back. I think he'll play. He'll be taken off early.
Dally Paul, what headphones have I got on? I've got on Audio Technica headphones. I think I did have the model of them somewhere. I can't remember the model number, but they don't do these ones anymore. They've stopped doing them. They're really good. They're really good ones. They're the ones at Summit. If you know who Summit is, that's how I found out about them. He used to wear them. Southampton played Spurs off the park yesterday. Very, very unlucky not to win. Yeah, even Mourinho said that the best team lost. In not so much.
Did you hear what he said? He goes, "The best team lost, but my team deserved to win."
That's Mourinho for you, though, isn't it? Come on. Steve Bruce masterclass incoming, says Goodwin. I mean, looking at that team, it's a bit of a headache there with Martinelli being on the bench, but could come out good for you. I don't know what I'd do.
If Mane doesn't play and Martinelli comes on, it's a win-win.
Yeah, but will Mane just not play, or will he? If he gets benched, he'll come on, won't he? There's
a 50-50 chance I might play Martinelli over Long, just because Long doesn't have a great record.
God, it's going to be funny to see what you do, dude. It's going to be funny.
I would laugh my head off if he had Long on the bench and he got a double-digit haul and didn't come on.
Is Davey already giving you any banter for this team? Because there's elements in it that's there's elements of I see that, understand why you've got him in. Mahrez, De Bruyne, Salah, Son, keeping on Mane, that's fair enough. Holgate, good fixture, home to Palace. Alexander-Arnold, McCarthy at home to Burnley. Lundstrom. And then you look at the top, and it's like you look at the top and you think, that's just two budget players. That Ings, we know that there's a lot of love for Ings in the FPL community, but going double up with Long, I think it's going to backfire, mate. I think Martinelli.
He scored last night. Did you watch the game?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
He scored against Spurs. Scored against Spurs.
He's scared. Oh God, here we go. Oh God.
Anyway, I was going to say, I'm living in Davies' head, mate. Honestly, he's not getting sleep at night. I'm telling you.
I sleep just fine looking at my FPL team.
Well, let's whilst we're on that, then I know you're not going to change your team, Boona, and Martinelli I think should play instead of Long, but take that as you will. Davey, are you willing to share your team in the team screenshots, or you have already? Yeah, you have already.
Yeah, I posted that about 8 o'clock. I think.
Yeah, I've got it, mate. I've got it. I'll bring this up now. So this is your team, and obviously you're looking to score more than Boona. Let me just quickly load it up. It's going to take a. Don't know why it's taking so long to load up. Talk amongst yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself a coffee. I'm using a Pentium dual core processor. It feels like at the moment. Wow, Laporte. Interesting pick. So Henderson, yes. Traore, De Bruyne, Salah, Grealish, Ings, Jimenez, Aubameyang. Not a million miles away from my team, to be honest with you. Do you think you're going to outscore Boona?
Yeah, comfortably.
You don't believe that? Did you see the delay in that response? Yeah.
I don't want
There's no chance, mate.
Boona's bench luck is unreal this season.
Dre Zara's trying to stir it in the chat. Says, type now if you're Team Boona or if you're Team Davey. I have to say, I'm gonna be Team Davey. If it's a choice between Jimenez and, I mean, obviously you got a different midfield, but Aubameyang. I mean, Jimenez, Aubameyang, and Ings. I like the look of that. Traore as well being pictured in training. I think that
my team is gonna crap all over this one. Sorry, I don't think that's a swear word.
No, it's not. No, it's fine.
It is going to crap all over this. Genuinely.
Oh man, I can't wait to see who wins this.
This is shocking. Like Traore, Jimenez, Grealish, they're all going to blank.
Wow. Okay.
Norwich are going to score. I'm going to love life.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Norwich do score, to be honest with you. But Alexander-Arnold, assist king.
And then once Norwich score, Davey's going to get back on the heat maps on FF Scout probably.
My only concern is Laporte in this team. So I don't know. I want to wait for the press conference and see what.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with Laporte, to be honest with you. Is he or isn't he fit? Is he? I think he's been rushed back. I think.
If he's not, I will be doing Laporte and Aubameyang to Bowie and Aguero.
Wow! Can you do? How many transfers have you got? You got 2.
I've got 1, so that'd be a -4.
Oh, Aguero to captain, I'd imagine. Yeah.
Nope, I wouldn't captain him. I'd stick it on Salah still.
You'd still, dude. If I was bringing Aguero in, mate, I'd be giving him the armband. 100% giving him the armband. Aguero at home to West Ham versus Salah away at Norwich. All day long, Aguero. All day long. I'm gutted.
100% agree with you there, Jason.
I think that Aguero is dangerous.
You own Aguero and you don't captain him this game week, your head's gone.
I don't use captaincy that way.
But that's not even a risky captain, mate.
That's not a risky captain. I've said it. I'll keep saying.
It's risky in terms of start. Because you might not start.
Well, he got. I don't know, mate.
You know Salah's going to start, and Salah's got pretty much similar underlying stats as Aguero.
I think Aguero's got a good chance to start, to be honest. He obviously subbed early. I would be surprised if he gets benched. I'm scared of Aguero. I'm scared of not owning Aguero. I think Steve-O is going to be rubbing his hands together at the thoughts of an Aguero hat trick at home to West Ham, and then Davey, you can come on talking about how you were thinking of getting him in for Aubameyang, who didn't do anything at home to Newcastle. It's
weird though. Every player I've considered, like I wildcarded like a week ago to bring in. Like I was chatting to Boona in the chat, we're like building up to my wildcards. I'm thinking about getting this guy in, and then I almost did it, and then changed my mind. And then all those players scored points last weekend. Like Barnes, for an example.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you're in a wild card, mate, like we all go through like hundreds of players. Like we're gonna have mentioned someone at some point. We've all done it and not got them in, and they've scored. I think for you last week it was Barnes, when Harvey Barnes did well.
Yeah, it was Harvey Barnes.
That's another player that people are bringing in. Harvey Barnes could route in to that Leicester attack. If you've got the ability to do those moves, it frees up a bit of cash possibly in your midfield as well.
You've got one eye on the blanks as well in 28.
I like. To be fair to you both, I like both your teams. It's just the Long pick. I mean, if you played Martinelli over Long, I think it's. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if you get similar scores. I really wouldn't be surprised.
I think Martinelli, although Arteta does like him, I've got a feeling he could be benched to play that kind of stronger front three of Laka, Bamiyang, and Pepe. That's my only worry.
Possibly, yeah. Simeon in chat saying Salah's going to be going for the golden boot. He's on 14 now, and Vardy's dried up. Thoughts on that? Do you think Vardy's dried up, and then that's him kind of out of the race?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think he's going through one of his dry patches now. I don't know what you think, David.
Right, yeah, FPL lads. Have you read what FPL lads has said, Davey?
No, not yet.
Let's have a look.
Most shots conceded. Oh, hang on, let's read it back.
Bueno.
Yeah, well, it's West Ham basically. Most shots in the box conceded. Most shots on target conceded. Highest expected goals against West Ham. So basically, goals conceded basically West Ham. So it's like.
Yeah, but for all we know, that could be a Bernardo Silva hat trick.
It could be, or
same before that 7.
Well, you've got Kevin De Bruyne in your team as well at home to West Ham. Is it just like, why are people just not looking at Kevin De Bruyne? Is it because he's playing deeper?
I think the last 2 home games De Bruyne has blanked in.
I'm surprised you're not looking at Davey. You've been a big fan of De Bruyne, especially in the home fixtures. What's your reason for not looking at him? Genuinely, you've been a big advocate.
The last 2 home games, I've captained him and he's blanked in both.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I'm not doing it a third time. I don't want to get bit 3 times and have a red arrow.
De Bruyne is due a haul.
Who are you most scared of not owning from my team, Dave? Yeah, Mahrez, Son, and Mane. Son, right?
Maybe between Son and Mahrez, yeah.
I think Mahrez is up there as well.
I think if I had Son, I'd captain him.
Really?
If I had Son, I would.
I don't think he would, mate.
I think he's the best differential captain this week.
You're trying to get him. You're trying to persuade Bruno to possibly change his mind.
I've stuck to my guns on that, and I've said that like all week. If I had Son, I'd captain him. He's out of position. He's guaranteed to play. He's in good form, and he plays one of the worst defenses in the league.
I've got a really funny feeling that Kevin De Bruyne is going to get 17 points.
Monster haul, winning.
I don't know where it's come from, but
Back yourself, Jay. Captain him.
Well, I may just do it. I'm going to do a Steve-O. I'm going to say it now. I may just do it and not do it. I was saying all along I was going to do that. No, I was just, to be fair, it's at this stage of the season, it's make or break, isn't it? Let's be honest with you. The majority are going to go with Salah. Have you got the cojones to take the armband off of such a highly owned, highly captained player? Let's be honest, he's not got his target. He's not been finding the target a lot, Salah, in the games. He's had to have a few chances to get a goal. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm too scared to take the armband off him, to be honest with you. No, good teams. I think that Davey P just pips you. Sorry, Bruno.
Sorry, mate. I've got to disagree with you there, mate. Sorry.
Well, of course you are.
Bruno's playing the long game.
Thanks, guys. I'm going to quickly bring in Charlie and Samir. I know Samir's been waiting for ages. Samir, you're on air with us at the moment. I'm bringing in Charlie as well. Good evening, both of you. Samir, Charlie, how you doing?
Evening, Jason.
Good evening, Jason.
I've got new graphics up on the screen. It's caused a little bit of a technical glitch where sometimes it's taken time for the graphics to load up and stuff like that. So just bear with me if you don't hear me or I have a long pause in between showing your teams. But you're doing good. You're doing good, Charlie and Samir.
Yeah, not bad, thanks. Congrats on the wedding, by the way.
Thank you. Samir, when was the last time you've been on? Have you been on with us before?
Yeah, I have for the prediction school for Chelsea Arsenal game. I was on that.
Right. Are you looking forward to game week 26?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. My team, I'm feeling 50-50 on my team. Some injuries, but I hope they fit the play.
You're feeling 50-50 on your team. Well, that doesn't bode well. What's your? Have you linked your team in the team screenshots?
I'm gonna post it right now.
Yeah, just post it in the screenshots, mate. if you do that when you're in the waiting room, it just makes things go a bit quicker. Charlie, have you posted your team in the?
Yeah, my team's in there.
Of course you have. Right, let's get that. Let's get your team up then. I'm going to ask you the same question. How are you feeling about your team game week 26?
Quite happy. I'm glad I've actually remembered to do my transfers this week, because last week I went out on Friday night and woke up too late. So it was a bit of a nightmare last week.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got lucky there, didn't you, Charlie?
Very.
Yeah. He was going to be my captain anyway, so.
Well, we've just been talking about Kevin De Bruyne. You've got the armband on him. Is this for real? Are you actually genuinely going to go ahead with this, or is this just a talking point and then you're going to switch back to Salah come the deadline?
No, I did have it on Salah, but I put it on KDB yesterday only because I know obviously Man City got a Champions League game a few days after as well, but it's just the fact that Liverpool, because obviously Salah's been playing a lot of games, I know he's been doing well, but it's just the fact that they've got the game a couple of days later, and I reckon Klopp's going to rotate quite heavy on that game. So I'm not sure on whether Salah, if he's going to play like 60 minutes and then get took off, or start on the bench and maybe play Shaqiri or Minamino or something.
Yeah. I mean, that is a risk, isn't it? A lot of people going with Salah captain, and with, as Davey P was suggesting, or FPL Tips was suggesting, earlier, having Man City as a vice. I mean, it could bite you, couldn't it? You either points off the bench or playing, only half or 2/3 of a game and not returning. Yeah. So, yeah, that is very much something to consider. Very, very good point raised there. And I'm looking at your team. You've got Son in your team at Aston Villa also. Was he never a consideration, considering you've gone away from the Salah captaincy?
No, I think Tottenham will win, but I think obviously Son is probably going to score, because he's one of their proper players that's been on form recently. He's always shooting. He's had a lot, shots in the box. He's like the vocal point, isn't he? But it's just the fact that it's the way Tottenham are a bit. Even though they've won the last two games, like last night, they should have been absolutely battered. Like Southampton missed so many chances.
Pipe down, Blackburn Rovers.
I didn't watch that game. Was it really one-sided then?
Well, really one-sided, but behave yourself, mate. It wasn't one-sided, but Southampton should have beat us. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Penalty was soft. People saying it was a dive. It wasn't a dive. There was connection there, and if Aguero's penalty against Spurs on the weekend was a penalty, that was a penalty.
Yeah, pretty much both the same, wasn't it?
But put it that way, put it this way: if that was not given by the referee, VAR wouldn't have overturned it, because they give the referee the benefit of the doubt and all that.
I've read, talking about VAR, and I'm not going to make a big thing about it, but I read somewhere that they're going to be doing the whole referee going up to the monitor thing.
Yeah. I hope so.
I think it's going to be for certain things, and not like for everything. I think it's to do with like sending it off, isn't it?
I think if it's yellow card to red card overturning a yellow card to a red card situation. I don't know if it's going to be penalty. Thing is, to me, something is vital. Let's be honest. A penalty is massive. A penalty turns a game. You can turn a game on a sixpence. The momentum of a game can be affected. I think something like that, the referee going up to the monitor, looking at it, and then saying, "Yeah, I agree with what you said." Because let's be honest, like a few people have been talking about it, VAR stands for Video Assistant Referee. It doesn't stand for Video Referee. The main man is on the field, or should be at least on the field of play, who's there in the actual thick of it, and the assistant part seems to have been kind of forgotten about. When people think of FPL, when people think of the Premier League at the moment with VAR, they think, "Oh, wait for it. It's gonna happen," and then it's gonna be VAR comes up on the big screen. referees stood there like a lemon. Let's be honest, just stood there like a lemon, thinking, what have I done? Have I done the right thing? Have I made a mistake? The players the players are just wondering what to do in the time. I mean, it's taken minutes in certain situations to come out with a decision, and I think that just the time it takes for the referee to go over there during that period of time, it just looks better, doesn't it? It looks better for the fans at home, at the stadium, also to see a referee looking at it.
100%. They should use that screen every game. I don't see what the problem is.
Definitely.
Referee should always have the final decision. VAR should just alert him to the fact that something, isn't quite right in terms of the decision either that you've not given or you've given, and let the referee have the final say. Simple as.
Absolutely, such a simple fix. Well, I wouldn't say it necessarily is a fix, but I think it's a step towards improving the situation. I don't want to see VAR gone from the league. Some people are saying get rid of it, scrap it, tried it, it's a joke. I don't think we should be getting rid of VAR. I think it's there to stay. I think that VAR is going to get better. Let's be honest, it can't get any worse. I think that VAR it has been a long time coming, and I just hope that they learn from the mistakes. That's all for this season. But moving away from VAR, because God, we can do a whole podcast on VAR. Samir, welcome back into this.
Thank you.
Yeah, mate. Let's be honest, Charlie. I think fair play to you, buddy. If you go with the De Bruyne captain and it pays off, then I'll literally applaud you, because I've been mulling over switching my Salah captaincy over to De Bruyne or even to someone else, maybe even Son. But I think, to be honest with you, it would be De Bruyne. If it wasn't Salah, it'd be De Bruyne, and I'm going to sleep on it. I've got a few sleeps to think about it. Big balls. If you keep on with that, I think that's the sort of decision that keeps you well above the pack that are chasing.
Captaining a player against one of the worst defensive teams in the league, though, isn't big balls. It kind of makes sense. It's just there's so many good captain choices this weekend, I feel, Jason.
Yeah,
I think De Bruyne is it's a perfectly logical captain choice.
Well, you said that you said captain in
group think, though, isn't it? Everyone tends to go with group think.
It is. It's because the whole thing you said about, was it yourself? I can't remember. It was your tips you said about Aguero, about the how many minutes he's going to play, having the armband on him.
I think Aguero is a perfect captain choice. I don't see why he would get reduced minutes. He's got a whole week rest now and a bit before the Champions League game.
I think that I think he will play. Aguero will play, and I think that if you own him, it's a bit of a no-brainer. And certainly if I was transferring him in, i.e. Davy P, if I was bringing Bolly in and Aguero in, and taking Aubameyang out of his team, and I think I'd be going straight to Aguero captain, definitely. Salah, for me, he's still not reliable enough. He really isn't reliable enough. Like, still watching him.
Have you seen his goal attempts recently? He's absolutely flying through the roof. He is one of the better captain choices. But
he's got better. He's back onto a scoring patch. But I've seen a lot of Salah this year, and he's been misfiring. He's been final touch has been letting him down. But yes, I agree. He's back up to his standards now, which we expect of him. But I mean, out of him and Aguero, the better player for me is Aguero, and it's against West Ham. Gutted I haven't got him in. Shouldn't have got rid of him. Sammy, okay, I'm going to bring your team up on the screen now. Are you looking for... You said you're 50-50. Is that the case? You said that you're 50-50 on your team, Sammy. Is that right?
Can you repeat?
Sorry, Jason, you're cutting off a bit, pal.
You said that you were 50-50 on your team. Is that right, Samir?
Yeah. I think my team's good, but we'll see with the game week.
So, what players are you not so sure on?
I think
Ali.
I think my Newcastle defender. I think Matt Ryan. I don't think Matt Ryan can keep a clean sheet against Watford, and I don't think Newcastle can keep a clean sheet against Arsenal. Really, I'm not sure about them two. So far.
That's fair. Statement.
And I made one transfer. Took a Lundstrom out. I bought Gomez in for the Norwich game.
Took out Lundstrom, brought in Gomez.
Yeah.
So you'll be hoping that Norwich don't sneak something past Alisson there then. Doubling up on the defender. Going with the Salah captain. And you never thought of anyone else other than Salah? Obviously, we were talking about it just a moment ago. Always Mohamed Salah for you?
I was thinking of De Bruyne as well, because maybe if Mane maybe be fit to play, Mane could be a differential. But I think we'll stick with Salah. His goals against Southampton. I think we'll stick with him. But if Salah don't play, always have vice captain De Bruyne.
Interesting. You've got Ali there in your team. Are you confident that he'll continue to do anything? I mean, Boone has been here. Is Ali looking like more of a real FPL asset this year than like in previous seasons? I mean, let's be honest. He's playing better under Mourinho, isn't he?
Yeah, slightly.
I mean,
I'm not gonna this season as a whole. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, he's back to his best, because he's far from it. But he's showed glimpses, and last night he came on, and he just showed that he can make the changes to the difference when we need it. Like last night we were 2-1 down when he came on, and he fed a sublime. Firstly he set up Lucas Moura for that nice finish to make it 2-2, and then he pinged the ball across the field for Son, who was then fouled for the penalty, and he just changed the game. He won us that game last night. Without him, we would have been out the cup.
Fair play, fair enough. Yeah. So hopefully he's still young. He's under Mourinho, he can sort of rise up to that sort of level that people were expecting of him a couple of years ago now. So kind of stagnated, didn't he, under Pochettino a little bit, Ali? I think he got distracted elsewhere, possibly outside of football. But Traore there as well. I think he'll play. I think he's a good option to have. I would like to possibly look at bringing Traore in the future game weeks. People talking about Harvey Barnes as well as another option. You say you've done your transfer with Gomez coming in, didn't you? So you're just going to do the one transfer. Don't need to take a point hit. I certainly won't be taking a point hit on certainly trying to move out Lascelles or change your goalkeeper. I think that Ryan at home to Watford has got the ability to get save points for you, even possibly to sneak a clean sheet. It's not necessarily a given that Watford will win that game, although we did all kind of predict that they would. Ryan does get the save points. I think, looking at your team, I like your team. I think it's got a good rounded kind of what's the word I'm after? Balanced. It's a very balanced team. I like your team. Abraham at home to United could do some damage against us, but I'm hoping not. Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about it. I wouldn't say it's 50-50. I think when you said 50-50, I was expecting worse, but that's not 50-50. I mean, you're looking at two players that you're not sure on, essentially. So, yeah.
Jason, thoughts on Vardy against Wolves?
Vardy. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. A few weeks ago, I mean, just before the birth of his daughter, everyone was raving about Vardy and he's going to score every game, and you're mad not to own him. And then a few bad game weeks, and it's just like no one's interested. Away at Wolves, I mean, he's a player that people have got rid of. You've got him. Just stick with it, buddy. Stick with it. Don't take a -4. Don't take a hit getting rid of Vardy. Don't need to chop your team up to go for players that are being brought in. Certainly not for the likes of Shane Long or anyone like that. Don't be doing that.
Shane Long, my lord.
Don't listen to the chat as well saying that Vardy will blank again. Bilal's saying Vardy will
double, mate.
He's going to get a brace.
I've got him as well.
There we go. Yeah, I wouldn't be worried about it, Samir.
Buna, can I ask a question?
Sure, mate.
How come you brought Long in the first place in your team after Southampton performance?
Because Shane Long is the Lord. He's the king of football.
Lord Long.
I just know he's going to score a hat-trick this weekend. At home with his kids in this back garden.
How about he blanks against Burnley?
Then the following game week I'll probably captain him. Because on the balance of probabilities, he's then due a goal. No, on a serious note, I think he was brought in because I couldn't bring Ings in on a free transfer because I don't have any money in the bank. So I had Calvert-Lewin and Mopé, and I couldn't do Calvert-Lewin to Ings directly. And Ings, I really like these fixtures moving forward. And I was looking through the stats on FF Scout for Long over the past four game weeks, or was it 2 game weeks? It was one of the two, and I compared him and Ings. And his shots, goal attempts and that were far lower than Danny Ings, but his big chances were almost the same, and he'd created more chances than Danny Ings. And that's why I really brought him in. He's 4.6, so I know people are laughing at the decision. He's 4.6. Greenwood's 4.3, and Martinelli's 4.5. Shane Long doesn't seem to be getting a mention from anyone, but he's playing more minutes than both the other two players in that budget option. So I don't know why he's considered such a bad option. I think he's good enough for an enabler over the likes of Martinelli and Greenwood. If anyone needs a player like that,
I think it's mainly for me. It's not necessarily laughing at him as an option. I think it's the double up. That's
but then I kind of back myself, don't I? Because,
yeah. I think if you had Shane Long with I know for sake of argument, Vardy or Jimenez, you wouldn't be getting the same reaction. Certainly not from me anyway. It's the fact that you've got Ings and Long up front. I mean, you kind of hedging your bets with Southampton doing over Burnley, and I just think that Burnley recent weeks have kind of shown that they aren't necessarily that pushover team. I know they're at home. Southampton did do very, very well against your beloved Spurs. It's a different match, and I don't know. You could be on the jackpot, mate. I would love to be talking to you at the weekend and you saying, Jason, this is why you're 400,000 in the world and you don't know nothing about FPL because I would never
say that anyway.
Well, no, but it'd be nice for you to be smug about it because honestly, if it pays off for you, mate, it's genius. It really is. If you've gone with a hunch, you think they're going to do well. It's an enabler to have a more premium midfield. Then if you think it's going to pay off for you, then
I also banked 1.3 million with that move. So moving forward, I can strengthen my team.
Yeah, definitely. Playing the long game, as Davey would say. No, I like it. I like your thoughts behind it, and that's the whole point of having a discussion. Is to not rip into people's decisions, but unless you're, of course, in a friendly rivalry, but to actually understand what people have done, why they've done it, and I can understand why you've done it. You've seen Southampton batter Spurs, and you thought you want a piece of the pie.
No. I bought in the long. I bought in the long before the Spurs game.
All right. Okay. Oh, you did. Okay. Fair play. Okay. Well, time's getting on. I'm going to get my team up on the screen. I've just done the one transfer. Anyone want to guess what player I took out of my FPL team? Let's have a see if any of you guys can guess. So my team is up on the screen now. Any of you guys in Discord want to kind of hazard a guess? I've got Lundstrom in my team. I've got the likes of Grealish, Aubameyang, Calvert-Lewin, Jimenez, Gaeta, Aurier. Anyone want to hedge a bet?
We've got rid of Lundstrom or Calvert-Lewin.
I think Aguero. I think Aubameyang out, Aguero in.
If only I could do that move, my friend. Didn't have anyone in the bank. Gaeta says, Tobias, you are absolutely correct. I've done a transfer to get Gaeta out of my team.
You're a true maverick.
And who did I bring in? Anyone want to guess?
Henderson.
Nope.
Ramsdale.
Pope.
Nope. Bought in Alisson.
Alisson.
Oh, your head's gone. Your head's gone there. Wait till Mane's back this weekend, then your head's gone.
Well, there we go. That was my move. A very dullard
No way.
Gaeta to Alisson move. There we go.
How did you not have enough money for? How short were you off Aguero then? If you could make that upgrade,
I was not much. I think it was 0.2 or 0.3 off. Wasted Liverpool spot. No, it's not. I didn't have it was either. To be honest with you, I could have brought the likes of Matip back in, but I'm still worried about the rotation. I don't know. I just think that I wanted to go with a safe option with that Liverpool defence, and I went with Alisson.
That is genuinely worse than my long punt.
Well, it was building up to this, wasn't it? It was building up all this judgmental talk about Shane Long, and then there's
The audacity.
Well, you know, hashtag play your own game and all that malarkey. You watch Alisson get a penalty save against Pookie now. Boom! Meant to happen. Steve-O literally would just go mad if that was to be the case. You're so lucky, you would say. Not that we're rivals, of course. Steve-O, if you're watching.
Jason, thoughts on Alisson being injured before the game week?
If Alisson was injured before the game week, well then that would be very unfortunate, and that would just be an unforeseen circumstance that would be beyond my control. And what can I do? I'll just have to play my reserve goalkeeper, wouldn't I? Who is Button? So, but no, it's all fairness.
I'd probably start Button just in case.
Yeah, yeah. You watch Ryan get injured Ryan gets injured in the 17th, no, the 88th minute or something. Button comes on for 1 point. Yeah. No, that's my team, guys. I captain obviously on Salah. Will I switch it to De Bruyne? That's the question. Steve-O, I'm almost certain that Steve-O will captain Aguero.
Oh yeah, 100%. I wouldn't be surprised if he's keeping it in his pocket and triple captains him either.
Yeah.
Plot twist.
Yeah. If you think Aguero is going to start and smash it, why would you bring in a -4? Why would you... Hang on, what says Darren says, if you think Aguero is going to start and smash it this game week, Jason, why would you take a -4 to bring him in before you made the Alisson transfer and captain him? Why wouldn't you take a -4 to bring him in? I think that I've got a feeling that Aguero... My words were, I've got a feeling... Well, yeah, I do think Aguero is going to smash it. I really do. But let's be honest, Darren. My history with Aguero this season, it's been love and hate. It's been a love and hate relationship. And a lot of points have been spent doing hokey cokey with Aguero, and I just want to kind of just forget about Aguero now, and I don't want to just go there again. But I'm more than aware that he's got the ability to smash my give me a massive red arrow, and yeah, I hope that makes sense, because I know sometimes I say things that are contradictory, and yeah, Aubameyang instead of Aguero, you must be mad. That's fair. Yeah, I probably am. But yeah, that's my team. Nothing special. Bournemouth with Lundstram. Will he play? Who's my defender that's coming off the bench? Then Cathcart. There we go. I've got the lovely.
That's not a bad replacement.
No, it's not. It's not a bad replacement. But will Lundstram come on though for like a few minutes? That's my worry.
He will if he doesn't play, I think.
See, that's the other thing. Do I just play Cathcart and play, be a bit conservative, start Cathcart and then bench?
What's the maximum downside? You got 5 points if Lundstram comes on for 1 and Cathcart keeps a clean sheet. 5 points. It's not the end of the world.
It is if you kind of think. It is if you think about it logically and think, well, Lundstram isn't going to start, so he's automatically out of the contention for a clean sheet bonus. You really think he could start?
Yeah.
Who's that new sign? Who's the signing? Really who's the signing that he's replaced him with?
Burge.
That's it. Sander Burge. That's it.
But he could easily be starting instead of Norwood though.
Nah, Norwood's been good for them, to be fair.
Yeah, people.
Listen, let me just think Lundstram's going to start, please.
Well,
he sleep at night.
He dropped last night, didn't he? I think it was last night or the night before.
Yeah, I took him out of my team for a -4.
I think I might just switch Cathcart in and just play safe. I think I might.
That's not you. That's not you, Jason.
Oh my God, we're talking about Lundstram or Cathcart. It's hardly going to be a massive point swing. But no, I think I'll probably regret it if Lundstram doesn't start. And I'm thinking, well, here we go. He comes on for a cameo, and then Cathcart gets a clean sheet. I mean, it may just end up cancelling each other out. Cathcart getting 2 points, Lundstram getting 1 point. But it doesn't really matter. It's certainly nothing to lose any sleep over. Aguero's going to go open price tonight, says Bilal. Yeah, maybe I should take a -8 getting him in. Let's get Aguero in and take out Lundstram and bring in Tanganga. No. Who should I bring in for Lundstram if I was to do that? I don't even think I could do those moves, actually.
No, I don't think you could, mate.
No, I wouldn't have enough money. I'd have to go for Aurier or something. Go for Aurier down. But anyway, we're not doing that. Don't worry about it. But yeah, that's my team. I think.
Before you wrap up, Jason.
Yeah, I just want to bring Anish in because he's been sat in the waiting room. Anish, hey, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. You?
What do you think of my legendary goalkeeper transfer, Gaeta to Alisson? Do you think it's going to pay off?
I'm hoping. I've got triple defence. Need it to pay off.
You got triple defence?
Yeah.
Oh, well, what have you got? Alisson also?
No.
Oh, okay.
Got Van Dijk, Robertson, and Trent.
Van Dijk, Robertson, and Trent. Okay. Yeah, we're kind of getting to the end of the show. Do you want to quickly show us your team, sort of, Anish?
Yeah, it's in the team screenshots.
It's quite far up, Jay.
8.
Loading up now. You have. Are you going to really captain Alexander-Arnold?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead with it.
To be fair, I'll be. We haven't got the Salah worry, I suppose, but you've got De Bruyne in that team. Mate, I think De Bruyne.
Jason, Anisha's got a history for captaining defenders, is all I'm going to say.
That's true from last week.
I don't know, man. I think that is risky. Not only are you banking, you're hoping for a clean sheet, which, let's be honest, Norwich away could happen, but one goal for Norwich and your hopes and dreams rely on an Alexander-Arnold assist or goal. Man, I think a De Bruyne clean sheet odds as well as a return possibly outweigh that for me. I don't know, mate. I'll be going with De Bruyne, but a fair play to you. Fair play to you if you go with Alexander-Arnold and he gets a goal or an assist and he gets a clean sheet as well. You'll be loving life.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I've put it on in the last 2 weeks, so.
What's your thoughts on? Obviously, you've got Martial on the bench there. Not even first sub. You just thinking? You just got thinking? No chance in hell Martial's going to do anything in that game.
No, it's just that I don't think. Well, I prefer to play attackers that are at home.
You'd rather play Dunk ahead of Martial, is essentially what I'm looking at.
No, but my thinking is that none of my players on my main team are going to get benched.
Wow.
I was just gonna say something. Martial got a double against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge last season. That changes. Your mind.
See, I know that people were talking about Grealish earlier on, and I know we got Fleck there as well, and Traore. You got Jimenez. I don't know, mate. Am I mad in saying that I probably would play Martial over Traore? Am I
100%. I'd be doing the same.
Am I mad in saying that? Because I don't know. I'm just, and that's not a United fan in me saying that. That's just me looking at a player on your bench who I think is probably better. But then I did turn around. I did predict a Chelsea 1-0. Didn't really think that United would score, but yeah, bench Traore, play Martial. I mean, play your own game at the end of the day. But I mean, this is the reason why we do this show, isn't it? That we can talk about it and give an opinion. And wow, I mean, doing one thing in captaining Alexander-Arnold with the triple Liverpool defence is one thing. Benching Martial, second sub. Wow. I mean, it's different. It's different.
Leaving a 15-pointer third on your bench is another thing.
I think. Well, fair play. I mean, it's getting closer and closer each hour that passes. I'll be very interested to see your team at the weekend. I'll be looking at seeing what you do, Anish, on that one. I think you may need to consider. Just consider. Just don't take my word on it or the chat's word on it. Just have a think and look at Martial's record at Stamford Bridge and, like Charlie's just said, and think, where is Martial going to play? Is he going to play down? Is he going to lead the line again? Is he going to play down the centre? Is Ighalo going to start on the bench? Is he going to play far? I personally think Martial is better out on the left. I do like it when he cuts in from the left-hand side and he cuts into the box. I think he's way more threatening from that position. So if he does play there against the Chelsea on the counter-attack, well, who knows? Who knows what might happen? But yeah, what's your thoughts to what I've said?
Yeah, something to think over. I think I may have to reconsider.
Well, you don't have to reconsider, but it's just something to think about. Certainly just to get those thoughts going in your head, and just ask about. Maybe if you're not convinced, ask about, or just stick with if your gut says play Traore. Don't do something because someone on a podcast says it. Don't ever do that.
Because I saw on that Jimenez and Traore are like the top combination of goal and assist in the Premier League.
Are they?
In terms of setting each other up.
They've got a good partnership, yeah. But let's be honest. When did Traore start to really be turned into beast mode? Was it like game week 8 onwards? Like, I haven't got the data.
Against Man City.
It was later on, wasn't it, than game week? It was like game week 14 or something like that. Game week 15. Let me have a look back at the. I don't know if anyone can tell me, because I'm pretty sure that the early stages of the season, no one was even looking or even sniffing at Traore.
Yeah, he's been quite inconsistent, hasn't he?
It was game week 17, Jason, when he got...
Game week 17, right, okay.
Yeah, 17 he got a double-digit haul against Tottenham. He then got 2 points against Norwich the following game week, and then he got another double-digit haul against Man City.
Twice against Man City as well.
You just know he's going to regress, though.
I don't know. I do like him. I think he's really improved his game from last season, being a player that just seemed to just run, to now being a player that can run and put a decent ball into the box and has a decent shot on him as well. I mean, he's really upped his game. Fair play to him. He literally is coming... I mean, against City, he was just like a man possessed. And like I thought, oh my God, he's literally destroying Man City. And to be fair, he's got the ability to destroy any team, essentially. He can run through players. And he's got the pace to beat anyone. Bilal in chat says, will you and Steve-O do a Sunday live stream during the Man City game? I'll ask Steve-O, see what's happening, Bilal, and we will let you know on Twitter if that does or doesn't happen. I would expect there will be a certain live stream during the games. I would expect this weekend. But I'll keep you posted on that. I think we're going to end it there, guys. It's been
Jason. Before you wrap up, mate, I just want to give the Discord a quick plug, only because, especially this week in particular, I feel like we've been really active, and it's been like that for a while, but especially this week, and got the likes of Davey P, me, Dre Zero. Big shout out to Dre Zero, massive personality. He's in there literally 24 hours of the day, 25 if he can, and. If these, you're waiting for these live streams, and you're getting bored, and if you're in Discord, there's always someone in there. And just this evening, we've got some right talents in there. You've got the likes of Paulie FPL, Daily Lama, Dre Zero having some rap battles, and I was reading through it this evening, and I was reading through them, and I just wanted to read out the winning rap if that was okay, from Paulie FPL
Please-
very quickly
please-
regarding VAR.
Please read it out, and thank you for plugging the Discord. I don't do it enough, and I kind of rely on the guys that are in Discord to kind of share with other people about our Discord, and I think it's important that we do mention it on the podcast because it's something which is really does connect the community. And like you said, I mean, friendships are made in Discord. The good people, a lot of good people in Discord, talking about all things FPL, talking about things outside of FPL as well. A lot of good people there. Yeah, please read out the rap, the winning
Absolutely,
rap
mate.
battle from Paulie.
These are absolute lyrics. Can I get a drum roll, please? All right, then, let's go. Penalty is given. FPL players rejoice. Wait 5 minutes for VAR's voice. Hearts beating fast, waiting for the decision. Drawing the lines with so much precision. His armpit's offside, it looks like no pen. VAR breaking hearts once again. A free kick is given to the defending side. 50,000 people know where to hide. Play goes on to a chorus of boos, that's it. Another VAR headline news. I've won this battle and that's it for tonight. Paulie turns away, drops the mic.
Oh,
Boom, boom.
Classic.
liking that. That's very good. Wow, very true as well. Those words. Oh wow, I'm gutted I wasn't involved in that rap battle. Well, I probably wouldn't have got anywhere near the final of winning that, but that's brilliant, Paulie. Awesome. Yeah, he's dabbing in the chat there. Paulie dabbing in the chat. We needed to get a beat in the background to that. I think you would have you definitely would have got a bit of flow going on there, Boona. If that's the word. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. But I'm glad to be back from my break, and I'm hoping for a good game week for a lot of you guys. Hope you enjoyed the new graphics and the new intro. Well, the intro I did as well. A bit of time into that, and it's a privilege to talk to you. We'll talk about the Champions League, Vince. I think we'll just cover that probably at the weekend, at some point in the weekend, maybe at half time. We'll go through that. But possibly during the City game or something like that. It's getting late now. I've got a family over as well, so I'm going to spend some time with them. But yes, if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you're not following us on social media, it's literally at FPL on social media like Twitter, Instagram, the Malarkey. Come and join us on Discord, exclamation mark Discord in chat, or ask one of the moderators, they'll give you the link. We're a very active community, lots of growing members in there talking about FPL, linking their teams, discussing certain options, blah blah blah, doing rap battles, things like that. Be a part of the voice, be a part of the channel. Come on, talk to me, talk to Steve-O. It's only going to grow. We've got big plans for this channel going forward. Exciting times. Thank you for being a part of it, guys, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, guys. Thank you for being with me tonight.
Cheers, Jace. Call it yourself.
Cheers, Jace.
Cheers, guys.